All right, folks, welcome back to Blunderbuss, the podcast where we dive deep into the strange, the mysterious, and the downright unexplainable. Tonight, we're casting our nets into the cold, dark waters of Lake Superior to reel in a legend that's as slippery as it is spine-tingling. That's right, it's time to talk about Pressie. Who or what is Pressie, you ask? Well, imagine a serpentine shadow gliding through the lake's depths, too big to be a fish, too fast to be a log, and way too weird to be ignored. Some say it's a prehistoric survivor, others think it's the aquatic cousin of Nessie, and a few brave or crazy souls claim they've seen it with their own eyes. We're here to unravel the truth behind this watery enigma. Is Pressie a cryptid, a myth, or just an elaborate fisherman's tale? Grab your life jackets, folks, because this one's about to get deep. Literally. Welcome to Season 3, Episode 5 of Blunderbuss, Pressie, the Mystery of Lake Superior.
All the misfits and outcasts unite. We're the rebels causing trouble in the night. Living fast, never on the right track. Blunderbuss podcast, ain't no turning back.
All right, let's kick things off with this. Why did Pressie apply for a job at the seafood restaurant? Because it wanted to prove it wasn't just a big fish story. Hey, even cryptids need a side hustle. Gather round, because I'm about to drop some serious cryptid lore on you. This is the origin story of Pressie, Lake Superior's very own aquatic enigma, and trust me, it's as murky and mysterious as the waters it calls home. Let's set the scene. Lake Superior, the largest and deepest of the Great Lakes. It's not just a lake, it's a freshwater ocean, with depths that seem bottomless, and a chill that makes you question your life choices if you dare to dive in. For centuries, the people who lived around these shores told stories of something ancient and serpentine lurking beneath the waves. Indigenous tribes spoke of water spirits and great serpents, creatures that protected the lake but could bring chaos to anyone who disrespected it. This wasn't your average folklore. It was a warning, a reminder that the lake had secrets, and one of them might bite. Fast forward a bit to the early 20th century, when the Pressie legend really starts to take shape. Fishermen began reporting strange sightings. They'd see something massive breaking the surface, a creature with a long, undulating body, humped back, and depending on who you asked, either a snake-like head or something more dinosaurish. Picture a prehistoric nightmare gliding just below the surface, making your boat feel way too small. They gave it a name, Pressie, a nod to its alleged prehistoric nature and its resemblance to Scotland's famous Nessie. But here's the kicker. Pressie wasn't just about appearances. It was tied to strange events, too. Sudden, unexplained waves on calm days. Boats that capsized without warning. Some even whispered about disappearances, blaming them on this mysterious creature. Was Pressie a guardian, protecting its territory, or a predator lurking in the depths? Depends on who you ask, and how much they've had to drink before telling the tale. As the years went on, the stories only grew. Sightings became more frequent, or at least more widely reported, and the details got juicier. One fisherman swore he saw Pressie's head rise out of the water, its dark eyes staring him down before it sank back into the depths. Campers near the shore claimed to hear strange low growls at night, sounds that didn't belong to any known animal. And then there's the infamous theory that Pressie isn't just a cryptid, but a prehistoric survivor, a holdover from an ancient time when creatures like plesiosaurs ruled the seas. How did it survive extinct, dark, and impossibly deep waters of Lake Superior? Honestly, if you wanted to disappear off the evolutionary radar, that'd be the place to do it. Now, of course, the skeptics have their theories too. Maybe it's just a really big sturgeon. Maybe it's floating logs, optical illusions, or people letting their imaginations run wild. But here's the thing. When you've got this many stories, spanning generations and sharing eerily consistent details, you start to wonder, what if there's something to it? What if Pressie is real, gliding silently through the depths, reminding us that even in the age of satellites and science, there are still mysteries we haven't unraveled? So there you have it, folks. Pressie isn't just a story, it's a piece of Lake Superior's soul, a reminder that the unknown is always closer than we think. And whether it's a prehistoric survivor, a Pressie has made its mark on the legend books, and it's not going anywhere.
So yeah, The Legend Books of Pressie.
That's
Legend Books.
That's the title of the podcast.
The Legend Books.
The Legend Books of Pressie.
The Legend Books of Pressie. Yeah, we'll change. We'll make that happen. We'll change that to the Legend Books of Pressie.
I think that's a good choice.
Legend Books. Actually, we sell Legend Books.
We do because we have a
Blunderbuss.
website. We have a website, right?
Yeah, we had one. I don't know if we still do.
We still do. It's up there. Yeah, I'm sure it is. And
you can buy your Legend Books.
buy your Pressie Legend Books.
Book. Yeah, we will. We'll have to put it out there.
It's out there when you're listening to this because this is episode
5.
Episode 5.
5 of season 3. This is, I'm pretty sure, the second time we've recorded this episode. We've, I think, lost the original.
Oh yeah.
Recording.
That's why this Pressie, because I remember, or maybe I'm just getting mixed up. Because did you ever play Super Mario 64?
Yes.
Do you remember the dinosaur and the water level? You get on the dinosaur's back and you like pound its back and then you can get on its head.
I don't remember that. No.
Yeah.
Maybe I haven't played it.
That
sounds like something I would remember.
That's what it reminds me of. Pressie, I'm pretty sure there's accounts of people riding Pressie.
Riding Pressie.
Yep.
And then smashing its back to
get on its head, and then once he gets on his head, you can get him to raise his head, and he'll go where you're looking.
Wow.
But you have to stand up there though.
You have to stay up there.
Yep. And then whenever you get to the spot, you can smash him.
Smash him, he dies?
Smash his head. No, he's a giant dinosaur.
He's fine.
So he's just.
You get off.
And then he lets his head down.
Oh, okay.
Like, all right.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, Super Mario 64. So Pressie.
It's probably that caricature.
I'm pretty sure that they. Yep.
Come to life.
Mm.
Or Mario 64 was based off of. That monster was based off of Pressie.
Pressie, I think so. It's either one or the other. I think Pressie probably came first, and then they saw people riding it.
And Nintendo was like, you know what? This would be a great thing to throw in the Super Mario Brothers.
They're like, what's going on in Lake Superior? Or wait, what lake is it?
I think it is Lake Superior.
Lake Superior.
Yeah.
And the lakes are huge. I went to Chicago, and I guess that's on.
Oh yeah, right on the lake
there. One of them Great Lakes, and that like those lakes are like you get in the middle of them, like you can't see land. They're like a little tiny ocean, right?
They're huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they're called the Great Lakes.
That's why they're so great.
And they're great in size.
And they're all freshwater, right? That's all freshwater.
All freshwater. Yeah.
Which would be a perfect place for a dinosaur.
Wasn't plesiosaurs saltwater?
The whole.
I mean, we can only speculate, right?
Right, I guess that's true. But based on their bones.
Based on the bones.
Based on their bones. Archaeologists.
Based on the bones.
Our most handsomest archaeologists. They could.
Oh my god. I don't know how to spell plesiosaur. Where is the
I stopped typing.
Stop typing?
I stopped typing, like altogether. I only voice to text. I'm sure I'm the most annoying person to sit next to when I'm working. Because I'm like, I'm not typing any of this.
Saltwater dwellers. Plesiosaur, not plesiosaur. Yes, they were indeed saltwater marine animals.
Is that when Pangea? Because Pangea is like all that. Probably not.
Also, I'm looking at a picture of a plesiosaur, and it is not quite what I thought it was.
But it's one of them dinosaurs.
Yeah, one of those big water dinosaurs.
Basically Pressie.
It was the shark of the whatever age it exists there.
No, that's scary. I imagine though, being out in Lake Superior.
Yeah.
You know, something big's probably living in the water.
Moving.
Yeah.
They're super deep. Lake Superior. I think Fake Kyle will get into it a little bit. But it's super deep lake.
We had real Kyle. He was talking about showing up. But I guess he didn't feel like he could outdo Fake Kyle.
Max depth is 1,332 feet.
That's deep.
That's deep.
That's real deep.
How long is a mile in feet? Is that like 5,200? So I mean, it's not a mile, right? But it's fucking deep.
But deep enough to hide a dinosaur. If you're gonna hide a dinosaur.
5,280 feet in a mile. So you know, one little more than 1/5 of a mile.
That's deep though.
That's pretty deep.
That's a lot of water.
But yeah, so Pressie.
And Pressie's probably. Well, I'm interested in hearing more about the
Pressie.
facts here. Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta see. We need to know more. We don't really know anything.
How many people have ridden Pressie? I guess
That's a good point. How many times has Pressie been bumped on the head?
That's right. Because how much does it cost to pay Pressie
to get across,
to ferry across the
lake?
The lake.
I think you have to smack it in the back, right?
Yeah, you do.
And then you bump it on the head.
Then take it, and then you can guide it with your eyes.
Then you guide it with your eyes across the lake.
I mean, but we're not all Mario, so I guess we're gonna have to negotiate some sort of deal. I feel like this is a business opportunity.
It's a business opportunity.
We will ferry people across the lake
on Pressie.
On our mechanical Pressies.
There'll be mini Pressies.
Just
a whole bunch of mini Pressies.
There's a bunch of.
It's like one of those swan boats, but it's Pressie.
But it's Pressie, and that's the Lake Superior.
Yeah.
What's on the other side? We have to. I need to look at a map. So we're gonna be ferrying people
to Canada.
Should we be smuggling people to Canada?
Smuggling people
to
Canada.
This business idea is going off the rails. Hold on.
The Canadian border crisis is out of control right now.
I've heard that people are fleeing.
They do like a quick little survey and be like, what does MAGA stand for? Okay, you're out.
You're not. That's
you're not getting across.
Refugees.
Not gonna say it. All right, let's see what our boy Fake Kyle has to say next.
All right, folks, let's dive deep, literally, into some of the most spine-tingling sightings of Pressie, the legendary serpent of Lake Superior. These stories aren't just your run-of-the-mill I saw something weird kind of tales. No, these are the ones that make you question what's lurking beneath those icy waves. Hasher, the 1910 fisherman's encounter. First up, we've got a classic from the early 20th century. Picture it. 2 seasoned fishermen are out on the lake at dawn, the water calm as glass. They're reeling in their lines when suddenly the surface explodes. Something massive breaches the water, about 30 feet away. They describe it as a long, serpentine creature with dark, glistening skin and a series of humps that ripple like waves. One of them swears he saw a head, snake-like, with dark, piercing eyes. The creature glides past their boat, creating a wake big enough to make them grab the edges for balance. And then, just as quickly as it appeared, it's gone. Both men swore off fishing in that part of the lake ever again. Coincidence? I think not.
I think not.
The 1977 shoreline sighting. Fast forward to the summer of 1977. A family camping near the shores of Lake Superior is enjoying a peaceful evening by the fire when they hear splashing in the water. At first, they think it's just a fish.
That's it.
Or maybe a deer waiting near the shore. But when they grab a flashlight and shine it toward the lake, they see something that chills them to the bone. A long, dark shape is moving just below the surface, and then a head rises out of the water. They describe it as reptilian, with a snout-like face and glowing eyes reflecting in the light.
A reptilian.
The creature stares at them for a moment, long enough for the father to swear it looked straight into his soul before it submerges with a loud splash.
Into his
They packed up and left the next morning, cutting their trip short. The 1999 video. Now, this one's a bit controversial, but it's still worth mentioning. A tourist reportedly captured footage of what they claimed was Pressie while filming the scenic beauty of the lake. The video shows a dark, humped object moving swiftly across the water, creating a wake behind it. It's too big to be a fish and too smooth to be a log. The footage sparked debates, with some calling it definitive proof and others dismissing it as a hoax. But here's the thing. No one has ever been able to definitively debunk it. The 2013 kayaker's story. This one gives me the creeps every time. A solo kayaker is paddling near a remote section of the lake on a calm, sunny afternoon. Out of nowhere, he feels a bump under his kayak, like something big brushed against it. He freezes, thinking it might be a submerged log. But then he sees it, a long, shadowy figure gliding beneath the surface. He describes it as at least 20 feet long, with multiple humps and a snake-like movement. He paddles toward the shore as fast as he can, heart pounding the whole way. When he reaches land, he looks back and swears he sees the creature surface briefly before disappearing into the depths. Safe to say, he hasn't been kayaking there since. The 2020 drone footage.
That's evidence. What more proof do you need?
Finally, one of the more recent accounts comes from a hobbyist flying a drone over the lake. While reviewing the footage, they notice a strange shape in the water. It's long, dark, and appears to move in an undulating motion. The most compelling part? It changes direction mid-motion, something a floating log or debris wouldn't do. The footage caused a stir online, with many claiming it's the best evidence yet of Pressie's existence. These sightings all have one thing in common. They point to something big, something alive, and something that defies easy explanation. Sure, skeptics might say it's sturgeon, waves, or just the overactive imaginations of people spending too much time by the water. It makes you wonder, what if there really is something lurking in Lake Superior? Something ancient. Something we haven't quite figured out yet. So what do you think? Are these sightings proof of Pressie, or just a lot of tall tales? Either way, it's enough to make me stay out of the water, because whether it's real or not, I'm not risking an encounter with whatever's down there.
Well, you don't have a body, Kyle. So.
That's wild. That's wild. Well, yeah, Kyle can regenerate.
So
he's safe.
There's lots of proof there. I think the most compelling is how those people.
I was gonna bring it up. Let's watch the video before we get into that evidence.
Okay.
Let's watch the video first.
Before we cast judgment. I just hope I see something undulating. Because if I don't see it undulating, I know it's a dead giveaway that it's not it.
I'm trying to find the video and it keeps giving me Pepsi commercials.
It's like you
Pepsi, Pressie, that's the same thing.
You're thirsty, aren't you? Undulate.
All right, here we go. 1977 video of Pressie. Wait, actually, I don't know if this is. Didn't they say the 90s? Let's see what this one is.
But the lake serpent's different than
Pressie, Lake Superior monster.
40-foot long, not tail, not visible.
It's a boat. Let me see. Oh, what's that? What the fuck is that? That's
what
big.
Is it? Long tail, not visible.
It's 1995 video. Never been debunked.
Is it undulating? Is it?
I think what it means is like it's doing this.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's.
Because he's like a snake creature.
What the fuck is that though? Like. Is that supposed to be like the head and then some of the neck, or what's that supposed to be? It's a shame that there was not much more video of this.
Yeah. I think.
And clearly, this guy is not a videographer because. Pressie was not centered.
Yeah.
On the screen.
Well, I guess he was on a kayak or something. But, I feel like it's easy to see that there's something in the water.
There's something weird.
There is something.
That didn't look like a log to me.
No.
They look like some kind of fish or lizard type animal.
It did seem, and it seems like they're describing Pressie more less like a dinosaur, more like like a serpent.
Serpent, snake.
Yeah, which I guess explains the undulation.
But I think there was.
I learned a word today, so I'm gonna use it like
undulate.
Yeah.
Do it. So undulating.
So
Yes, undulating fish. A snake through the water is undulating.
I feel like I'm undulating.
Oh, there you go.
Careful now.
So I don't. I mean that's I would say a compelling video, but how come there's not more? Right? Like how come there's not more
like what
videos?
happened after that?
This is 2025. Maybe he's died. Maybe it's died.
Maybe I mean, if there's only that's like the last known video.
The last one. Yeah.
Where's
Before
Pressie?
that, videos weren't really that big. You know.
Where's Pressie still out there?
Pressie could still be out there. Did you know that there's more than one Great Lake? And did you know they're all attached?
Is that so? So it's not just Lake Superior.
Yeah. It could be Lake Michigan.
Lake Michigan
or Ontario.
Or the other one?
What is the other one?
Huron?
Erie. That's our lake. The lake
Erie.
Top of Ohio. Erie. Lake Erie. Yes.
I did not grow up in this area, so I did not have to.
I forgot about it. I'm like, what is all? Duh, it's Erie.
And they're all deep, because like topologically,
they're all they're huge. Superior, Michigan, Huron, Erie, and Ontario. So there are 5 Great Lakes. I forgot about Huron.
And so the way the Great Lakes were formed, according to the internet, was through glacial activity.
Yeah.
To the last ice age. So there'd be giant glaciers carving these lakes into the earth.
I want to know why they're freshwater.
Because of the glaciers.
Yeah, but I mean, does that water just stay there forever? It doesn't flow out into the ocean. It doesn't. You know what I mean? Like normally, right? Like, isn't it the reason why oceans are so salty is because of the gathering of minerals and salts as it flows into the ocean, right? Like all that on its way.
Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where the salt. I guess because of or is it just the mineralization in the water and the ocean itself?
Let me ask my good friend.
When the ice melted,
Google.
Fresh meltwater filled newly carved basins, creating the Great Lakes. About 10,000 to 14,000 years ago.
So it says, because mineral-laden water dissolved from rocks and by rainwater flows in rivers and eventually reaches the sea.
Oh, really? Wow.
It's everything it collects on its way to the sea.
Is what makes it salty. That's interesting. So like all the salt and stuff.
Why aren't our Great Lakes getting salty?
Because it's not. I don't know. Yeah, it's a good question. The composition of waters is very interesting.
We're gonna need a science person to join our team. We need another co-host who is going to be our science officer,
who can answer these questions.
These questions about water cycles
because we're never going to be able to uncover the truth about Pressie
until we understand the Earth.
That's right. Until we figure out how are the Great Lakes not salty.
And so when those like giant sea monsters appear and we got to build robots to fight them, will it be coming out of the Great Lakes or the ocean?
I mean, both, I would assume. Because isn't it connected to the ocean? Are the Great Lakes connected to the ocean?
They are.
They are, aren't they?
They all go. I'm pretty sure. You know what? I say that with such. I don't think I was positive, but now I'm pretty sure that. So not each one of them is connected to the ocean, but the one on the end is connected to the ocean. They all flow that way.
Okay, I think that makes sense.
Like each lake flows into each other.
Right, and But one thing that I'm struggling with Pressie is, and the reason I have it in my head is like this Lapras Pokemon kind of dinosaur kind of creature Because I feel like if it's like a serpenty creature, I feel like that's not very conducive for water. Like whales are really big, sharks are like really big. No one. There's not a lot of undulation, like serpent undulation. There is like there is sea.
Like what about eels?
There's sea snakes.
What about eels?
Eels.
They're kind of like snakes.
They are.
They're like.
But they're
not
fish.
They're the bridge. Eel.
Yeah,
the bridge.
I can see the bridge there, but I just don't think that like the serpent, especially in the Great Lakes, especially if we're saying like, because it gets cold. But I guess it would be used to the cold if we're saying that it got trapped there.
That might be its climate, right? Like that's
10,000.
That's its environment.
It's used to it. I don't know.
If it lived through the Ice Age and.
Yeah, I mean, if it's populating.
I don't know.
Live through the Ice Age. I guess I'm gonna need more proof.
Need more proof. Okay.
All right. More evidence.
Let's
so
see.
we can finally weigh on if Pressie's real or not.
You're running short, Kyle. So tell me, where are you at here?
What's next?
What's next? Let's go.
All right, folks. Let's put on our skeptical hats just for a minute and walk through the possible explanations for these Pressie sightings. Don't worry, I'll sprinkle in just enough doubt to keep it interesting, but not so much that we lose the magic of. Let's break it down. 1. A prehistoric survivor. This is the theory that gets all the cryptid enthusiasts fired up. Could Pressie be a holdover from the prehistoric era, like a plesiosaur or some other ancient marine reptile? Lake Superior is one of the deepest freshwater lakes in the world, with depths that reach over 1,300 feet. If there's a place for an ancient creature to hide out and avoid extinction, this is it. Plus eyewitness descriptions. A long neck, a humped body, and reptilian features sound eerily similar to what you'd expect from a Jurassic Park reject. But here's the kicker. Lake Superior was formed by glaciers about 10,000 years ago, long after the dinosaurs were wiped out. So, unless Pressie somehow swam in from another planet, this theory has a few holes. Still, if you ask me, never underestimate nature's ability to surprise us. 2. A giant sturgeon. Now this one's a classic go-to explanation for lake monster sightings. Sturgeon are massive, ancient fish that can live for over a century and grow up to 20 feet long. They've got that armored, prehistoric look that could easily spook someone who sees one breaking the surface. And let's face it, if you're out on the water not expecting anything unusual, even a big fish could look like a cryptid. But here's the thing. Sturgeon don't have the long neck or multiple humps that witnesses describe. So while a sturgeon might explain a quick, shadowy sighting, it doesn't quite match the full Pressie profile. 3. Floating logs or driftwood. Ah yes, the skeptic's favorite. Logs. Lake Superior has plenty of driftwood, especially after storms. A long, dark log bobbing in the water could easily be mistaken for something alive, especially from a distance. Add a little imagination, or maybe just a trick of the light, and boom, you've got yourself a lake monster. But let's be real here. How many times can people mistake a log for a creature with a head, eyes, and visible movement? And don't even get me started on the stories where Pressie is said to turn or dive under the water. Last I checked, logs don't move against the current or change direction. Just saying. 4. Waves and optical illusions. The surface of a lake like Superior is a playground for optical illusions. Changes in wind, water temperature, and light can create waves and reflections that mess with your perception. A series of rolling waves, for example, could look like the humps of a creature swimming just below the surface. Combine that with your brain's natural tendency to fill in the blanks, and suddenly you're seeing Pressie where there's really just water. But come on, how many campers, fishermen, and kayakers are all seeing the same illusion over decades? That's one heck of a coincidence, if you ask me. Stop 5. A fabricated legend. Let's not ignore the possibility that Pressie is just a really good story. Local legends have a way of growing over time, with each generation adding its own twist. It's entirely possible that early sightings were exaggerated, or even invented, and that the power of suggestion has kept the legend alive. Someone hears about Pressie, goes out on the lake, and suddenly every splash, shadow, and ripple becomes proof of the creature's existence. But here's the thing about that. A good story might explain the legend, but it doesn't explain the consistency of the sightings. Over the decades, people have described a creature that's remarkably similar in size, shape, and behavior. Are they all in on some big conspiracy? Doubtful. 6. Something we haven't discovered yet. And finally, my personal favorite. The wild card. What if Pressie isn't a sturgeon, a log, or a prehistoric reptile? What if it's something entirely new? Waters of Lake Superior. After all, we've barely scratched the surface of what's lurking in our oceans, let alone the Great Lakes. For all we know, there could be a population of strange, serpentine creatures living their best cryptid lives far from human reach. So what's the truth? Is Pressie a prehistoric survivor? A big fish? A floating log? Or something we can't even imagine yet? Honestly, I don't have the answer, and that's what makes it so fascinating. The beauty of cryptids like Pressie is that they keep us asking questions, wondering about the unknown, and maybe even looking twice at the water the next time we're near a lake. And hey, whether Pressie is real or just a legend, I'm happy to stay on dry land and let someone else find out the hard way.
Getting eaten or something the hard way? All right. So I wrote them down.
All right.
Number 1, a prehistoric holdover.
I mean,
so can fish survive freezing?
They can.
And what ended the prehistoric thing, right? It's the Ice Age, right?
Yeah.
How big is melted? It's still alive.
It's living in the basin there. It does. The thing that makes that not work is geology or whatever, because it's like it doesn't make sense
but
that it would be
glaciers move all over, right? Like when they were going, they were constantly moving, not at a fast rate, but over millions of years. Or might be in a different region.
Or we could you could say that maybe Pressie was a giant dinosaur, whatever it is, plesiosaur or whatever, and it was frozen in the glacier. And as the glaciers subsided and left all the water, it just
went out into the water, and he was
as a giant ice cube, and then he just thawed out.
And the fish was alive.
Yeah.
Big prehistoric fish.
Big prehistoric.
That's a predator.
It's a massive predator.
All right. So
plausible.
Okay. So we'll give that a P.
P for
plausible. Number 2, it's a sturgeon.
Dude, sturgeons are fucking big.
Dude, I've seen a video where guys were out on the ocean, or not on the ocean, on one of the lakes, and something was ramming the side of their boat, and it was just hitting from below.
Whee!
And then later it found out it was a sturgeon.
Jeez.
That was doing it because it was doing it to a few of the boats in the area, and someone got a good
thumping across them.
Yeah, but he was ramming it, and like the video, they're on a decent sized boat, and it hits, and they're all like, "Oh shit!" And they grab the side, and it just continued for like a couple minutes, and then it stopped. And there was dents on the hull and stuff.
Damn.
I mean, sturgeon.
Definitely
nuts.
plausible. Yeah.
Or that was Pressie.
Or Pressie.
Or it was Pressie.
The video could have been Pressie.
Oh, see? Could be. They couldn't get a picture of what it was they were trying to hit from the bottom, and it was apparently dark and murky. And
something Pressie would do.
Yeah, sounds like something Pressie would do.
So let's change dinosaur.
A sturgeon.
I really wish it was a dinosaur. We're gonna have to change dinosaur to not plausible.
Not plausible.
Not plausible.
Okay.
It's probably the sturgeon.
So I'm moving that to an N.
Yeah.
So sturgeon plausible then?
I'm feeling like sturgeon is definitely our top candidate right now.
Sturgeon. Okay. So all right. And then number 3, a log.
I mean,
so think about this. Now, some of the other things in Kyle's versions of why this would not be plausible or skepticisms. The very next one, number 4, is an illusion. So combine log with illusion.
Log with illusion.
Say you have one of those trees that are just like, really weirdly shaped, and as it's floating along, it might be rotating.
Or just standing up. There's like, there's a famous log. There's a famous log. It's called the Old Man of the Lake. Have you seen that?
I haven't. No.
That made me think of it. It's like like this giant log that's 450 years old, in the middle of a lake in Oregon.
Oh, it's
in
like
Crater Lake. Yeah.
Okay, Old Man of the Lake. It looks like a pier.
Yeah, and it just like floats around. And
oh, it's floating.
yeah,
like
it's huge. And it's been since 1896. It says. So it's this old
Dude, that's wild.
log that's been floating. It's like yeah. So I mean, you combine that with like
It's dark.
yeah.
Maybe there's a fog coming across.
Yeah.
And you see this thing kind
And
of.
maybe like a sturgeon's next to
Giving it a good smack. Smacking that log, making it move a little more. A little sturgeon smack. Okay. So, I mean, when we were listening to what Kyle had to say, we were like, log, that's a dumb. It's a log. People can't get. But when you start combining some of this stuff,
yeah, you start adding them.
then you're like, wait a minute, that could.
I can see how.
If we're trying to make it work.
I can see how this is becoming more and more possible.
What do you think about log?
I mean, it's gonna fall in the
Not
plausible.
okay. Yeah, it's pretty weak. It's gotta have a lot. So number 4 is illusion.
But we had to combine illusion and log together to make a actual.
Remember, they never went back to fish there again.
I forgot.
Think about
That is our top piece of evidence. That's our top piece of evidence right now.
Never.
So I feel like
they never kayaked there again.
Yeah, they never. No one in the stories ever went back ever again, and that's evidence. That's all the evidence you need. So something, yeah.
Illusion. I could see where imagination can run away with you if you're like maybe not in your element.
Right. Or
and you have these other conditions, like a fog or low light.
Do you think you would get David Blaine to go to Lake Superior and
rise like Pressie? Like make Pressie rise out of the lake?
Yeah, that's like no illusion.
And it's actually a log. So now you got log, you got prehistoric holdover and illusion, all in one to make Pressie real. With David Blaine.
So write that down. David Blaine. David Blaine is also needed as evidence of Pressie's existence.
Blaine. I'll just put needed.
David Blaine, or what's the other guy? Chris Angel. Which one did you prefer?
So David Blaine did all the street magic, right?
Well, Chris Angel did a lot of street magic. I don't remember. He was a mind freak or whatever. Yeah. Like, do you think anybody ever floated for real?
No. Well, there's a chance. With going through some conspiracy stuff.
Pressie's help.
Oh. There's an old monastery in China apparently where
they
believe they can hover but I mean, there's a lot of stuff there.
They probably have to match a perfect tune, and then they can hit the anti-levitation.
And then they just hover off the ground, and the tone is so high you can't actually hear it.
So they do a lot of vocal work.
Yeah, it's like a lot of vocal work with their
it's actually
their Adam's apples.
What they do is
they make them move.
What they actually
vibrate in a certain way.
Yeah, they undulate their vocal cords.
They start undulating, and then they start getting those pitches just right, and then they're hovering.
And then
so hovering, I don't know.
Everybody around them's like, oh!
You can go see it. Now, here's the thing: you can go see it. You're not allowed to record.
No undulating.
And you can't be present for part of the ceremony.
You can't, but
like it's this long meditation thing that they claim is.
And you gotta give them $6,000 up front.
Whatever,
no get back.
But the people in the video that went and saw came back and said that's legit. He's levitating.
He only charged me $2,000.
But you can't prove it. Like you can't. And they won't do it outside of their little hidden enclosures.
He'll give me $5 every time he comes.
what they did as a kid, they stuck these metal rods through his body.
Jesus. Alright, where this is going? Yep.
Yep, and then it's magnets.
And then they just use
They just levitate him with magnets.
Like puppet magnet.
And everyone's like, oh my god! You can see that he's straining hard.
He's really struggling.
Because it's got him by the rods in his body.
Dude, that reminds me of freaking
Alright, anyway, sorry.
Yeah. Pressie.
David Blaine needed the proof.
Yeah,
got it.
David Blaine or Chris Angel.
Alright.
Doesn't matter.
So number 5. Fabricated legend.
A fabricated legend. Well, these people saw something. I mean, there's not much legendary stuff here. I mean, I guess for like maybe there's like some fisherman culture. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe we don't understand. I don't. But I also don't understand. What's the Nessie? I don't understand Nessie either.
Isn't that a small lake?
It's much smaller, isn't it? It's certainly not a Great Lake.
Loch Ness.
Oh no! All I know as an American, it's not a Great Lake. So.
We have Great Lakes over here, guys.
We do.
That's true.
We do. That's true.
It's Loch Ness in Scotland. More like
I think that definitely there's.
It's
more
like a
touristy
large
stuff
riverway. I would love to go to Scotland.
Yeah, look how fucking pretty that shit is.
Like that view.
Ooh,
like
yeah, dude, that's a real picture.
Completely. There was a brachiosaurus in the water, looking away.
Yep.
Brachiosaur is the one with the hump, right?
Dude,
I think we just broke it.
We should start generating more cryptid pictures. And just
start
posting
them.
Yeah.
Put them on some T-shirts.
No, honestly, that's a good idea. Honestly, that's a really good idea.
And do it.
Just start churning them out, and then we could be Anyway, so yeah, Pressie, Nessie. I don't really understand. Like I can understand Nessie.
How about we do Nessie next?
But it's the same thing. But what I'm saying is, I can understand Nessie more because it's like you're in like maybe like that's like a Scotland thing. You're like there's like a legend there. You know what I'm saying? But Pressie's
there's a lot of alien activity over there. I get it.
Pressie's the new kid on the block.
Pressie's a new kid.
And like the reasons that I care about Pressie is because there's like a log.
Yeah, then it's threatening his life. It's going around chasing him.
And we have to get David Blaine involved, and there's a lot of sturgeons.
Get him to prove.
Yeah, so like I don't know. I feel like I don't understand.
Yeah,
I don't understand Nessie either.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe in another season we'll cover Nessie.
Yeah, I think I can only take so much undulation.
So much undulating in a season. I get it. One season, at least one, potentially 2 undulating episodes.
Yeah, we need a counter to see how many times we said undulation.
Undulating. Oh, it's not going to be a thing.
Undulating. I'm sorry.
So then that leads into number 6, something new. Something new. Is Nessie or Pressie something new?
Which is the most absurd take of all. Because like what if it's another Pressie? What if it's more of a
something?
What if it's more of a cryptid?
It came from another.
It's not very helpful.
Something we never discovered.
What if?
Oh, isn't it true? Like the oceans have not been explored very well, right? Like
that's
very
what they say.
Small percentage of the ocean.
And the last time anybody explored it, they were taking their submarines.
Where this is going?
To see the Titanic and
it
imploded.
It imploded.
Yeah, but that's the last time anybody's done any.
And you know what it was? Remember on that one day when they heard the banging? Oh no, it's shutting down!
Oh, how terrifying. But I mean...
Alright, green.
Hello.
Ooh, Momoa. Green audio. Alright, undulating. Only season. Alright, number 6, something new.
What if? Sorry.
What
if it was something new?
I thought you were cooking. I'm like, alright, let's go. Let's go.
I actually have not. What if
it's something new? The only way that would work in my mind, if we haven't discovered it, therefore, because New out of the blue. Well, Bigfoot's been around for.
That's not. Oh, so we're
stories.
We're saying like it's like a newly evolved creature. I think there'd be more evidence. Yeah, of a population. I think, especially with the lakes being so great.
In the greatness of the lake, there could be something.
Yeah, right? Something completely new. God bless America.
Okay, all right. So let's go down here. Kyle's thought. Oh, I think we're also Dolo meat. Oh, don't you believe it?
I don't remember the scaling. They Conor remembers the scale.
All right, folks. Here's the deal. The Blunderbuss Bullometer is our way of cutting through the mystery and figuring out just how believable these wild stories really are. It's a scale from 0 to 100% with 5 key checkpoints. 0% bullshit. Total nonsense. Not buying it at all. 25%? Probably bullshit. Not impossible, but yeah, most likely fake. 50%? Undecided. Sitting on the fence, could go either way. 75%? Leaning toward legit. There's something to this, but I'm not all in. I believe it, no questions asked. Now, when it comes to Pressie, I'm throwing my vote in at a solid 75%, leaning toward legit. Here's why. The consistent sightings over the years, the eerie descriptions of a serpentine creature with humps gliding through Lake Superior's depths, there's just too much overlap to brush it all off as coincidence. Plus, the lake is massive and deep enough to hide something big and unknown. Am I saying Pressie's a plesiosaur? Nah, not quite. But do I think there could be some undiscovered aquatic creature out there? Absolutely. Until we drain Lake Superior, and let's hope we never do, Pressie gets the benefit of the doubt from me. So yeah, 75%, leaning in with cautious optimism. All right, folks. Just now, when it comes to
people never returning.
So in cautious opt 70, that's where fake Kyle lands. He's quite the skeptic.
Yeah, he can be. He's a stickler for the facts.
But like we do remember, we were talking about fisher and kayaker never going back.
Never going back
again.
Which was a solid evidence.
That was solid evidence.
So yeah, that's why that's probably swayed Kyle a lot.
I mean, that was two of the high points evidence. People just never going back to whatever record.
They're like, we don't fish in that area again.
Not after that night.
So
ever again.
Pressie. I mean, I gotta be like, something's there.
There?
Something's there.
So you're not calling bullshit?
I'm not calling bullshit on Pressie.
Okay.
But
probably bullshit?
Probably bullshit. Probably like 35%. I would say 35%.
35%.
Probably most likely bullshit, but if the log is standing up, the
going around the lake,
the alligator gar, what is
the old man of the lake.
The old man of the lake, and then the alligator gar.
Yeah, the sturgeon.
The sturgeon comes across and starts
pumping the shit out of that.
And you're on shore. You're on shore. And you're looking at the undulation.
The undulation.
You're looking at the undulation in front of you, and you're like,
yeah.
Well, that's Pressie.
That's Pressie. Positive.
I am looking at
that. Is accurate.
I need to film this. Right. Yeah. So
perfect.
What do you think?
This might sound weird coming from me, but I call bullshit.
You call bullshit.
I call bullshit.
It's like 0%.
0%.
Pressie's not real.
I say Pressie, and I'm pretty optimistic.
You're on the optimistic side, but Pressie's a hard no for you.
I mean, I saw some stuff where there was a large animal that died, washed up on the shore, and several accounting, but there's like new.
Right.
And so it was like bunch of weird stuff going on. I would say Pressie, if it is real, is exactly
fast.
What if sightings are not even? I don't know.
Right.
Until it washes up on shore.
Right. It's a big lake. Like a farm animal falls in.
Farm animal.
I'm
thinking like an old prehistoric thing, like just come out of the depths. Or, I don't know. Try to make it work, but no, I'm not there.
Fair.
I call bullshit.
That's fair. I mean, but those
the people. Okay, so the people not going there ever again.
Hard evidence.
That is.
It hasn't swayed at all.
You can't disprove. So like.
They never fished. They never fished there again.
Never fished there again, and never to this day. Right to this
day.
But
it's possible to you that the undulation that they observed during that event. That was a sturgeon.
Yeah, it's more possible it could be a sturgeon. It's also possible it could be craggy log, dead tree spiraling through
David Blaine
as it's going down. So yeah, I mean the only way to prove it, figured this out, was when
David
they
Blaine
raised Pressie.
Dude, that's his next task. He has to do that.
Yes.
So
gotta get that.
So that's what if you go to blunderbuss.com/David Blaine, you'll find a donation box for us. That's to donate to the fund to get David Blaine to raise Pressie from the depths of Lake Superior, and to finally rain over that area.
You know what? I didn't.
What's the
What if Pressie and Nessie are the same animal?
There's a tunnel between our Great Lakes.
The Great Lakes, they're connected.
And the lake in Scotland. Oh my God, I think you tracked it.
It takes years to get across that.
And by the time they get back, by the time Nessie gets to Lake Superior, Pressie, or by the time Pressie gets back to, it's like you know how birds migrate.
Once every other decade, it has to migrate back.
That's right. Forth. How else you can explain? They've never seen
a lot of similarities.
They've never seen Nessie and Pressie
in the same lake
at the same time,
like opposite ends.
Yeah,
you know,
you've
never seen that.
You've never seen that.
Oh.
So I don't know. Next time you're looking at any undulation on any lake.
If you're on the lake and you see random undulation off to your left or right, ask them a question.
That's just Pressie or Nessie.
Just, we need to know. So look for undulation, and then you guys say it out loud. Who are you? You Pressie? What is going on? Let's go back. I think we're done there.
You have to tell me. You have to tell me it's against the law. It's that if you don't tell me. It's illegal, and then that's how you know what kind of cryptid you got in your hand. Beautiful. Oh my God, we need to throw some salt under our table now. Prevent that from undulating us.
I think we have outro to go.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, folks, that's a wrap on this deep dive into the legend of Pressie, the mysterious serpent of Lake Superior. Whether you think it's a prehistoric survivor, a giant sturgeon with a flair for the dramatic, or just a really persistent log, one thing's for sure. This cryptid has earned its place in the Great Lakes Hall of Fame. If Pressie's out there, we'll be the first to say, "Hey buddy, great job staying off the radar for this long." And if not, well, it's still one heck of a story to share around the campfire. As always, let us know where you land on the Blunderbuss Bullometer. Are you team bullshit? Or are you ready to crown Pressie the Loch Ness of the Midwest? Thanks for tuning in to Blunderbuss. This is Kyle, Connor, and Dave signing off. Stay curious, stay skeptical, and maybe think twice before paddling too far into uncharted waters. Catch you next time.
Stories of conspiracy, life's mystery will die.